I got a job for a two color image, and this is how I do it. And I print everything at home, so I got a home based business right now. I was in a store, but I had to downgrade. But and I've been getting quite a few quite a few orders lately. So I've been doing a lot of work in the house, but I haven't had no time to record. So this is a little short little video. All right, this is how I usually do it. A lot of people do things different, but this is how I do it. All right, I have my shirts set up right here. See, the blanks right here, and then the ones that I printed right here. Okay. First thing I do is I grab some shirts from right here. Right, one shirt. I spray my palette. That's to ensure that this shirt will stick to this palette. Why? Because you don't want the shirt, popping up while trying to screen print like two colors. All right. Most important, this is a hard part. This has always been my hard part. Is lining up this damn shirt. That's always been my hard part. The image is lined up right here on the palette. See, because this is how you line it up. You take your image, you place it on the palette, right? And you line it up. You line it up to the center of the palette, right, of the image. That way you get a good straight print. All right, this is the hard part for me always. Okay, shirt there. Oh, this is a small shirt. All right. I always gotta try to find the center of the shirt. So for me, the center is about right there. So I take it, I pull it all the way back, and I think I might got it. I think I might have it. All right. I always try to double check, and triple check, but I get it wrong a lot of times. I'm not perfect. All right. This is the first color. What I do is I flood the screen. In other words, I flood the screen with ink. So that way the image has ink on it. Now it's ready to print onto the shirt. Okay? Make sure everything is down, right? Grab a squeegee. Press down with enough pressure. I curve it a little for the edge of the squeegee, and then slide across like I'm gliding across ice or something. Give it a couple passes. That way the ink, adheres to the shirt. And then I come up easy. That way if the screen did stick to the shirt and I come up easy and I just unstick it, that way this shirt doesn't come up and then moves the image, and then I can't print the second color. All right? So far so good. Then I give it a little flash. This is the flash drive that I got. This equipment I got from Ryonet. They're a pretty good company as far as like inks and little products. Their equipment is really good, but in my opinion, it's too expensive. It's honestly way too expensive. Like M&Rs and those are really good equipment, but they're just too expensive. All right. So now I give it a second coat to make it thicker, because I know most of my customers, they like their lettering all nice and thick and smooth. All right. So here we go. Now the pass, I curve the squeegee. See, because you have to curve the squeegee for the edge of the squeegee. Press down, curve, slide again. And I give it a couple of passes like that. I try to make sure that the ink is smooth. You know how that you get them smooth letterings. All right. Then I pick it up a little, slightly. See, it did seem, mine's this thick right now. So I just come up on it slowly and pops right off. So see, it's on. That's all I really need. I flash it again. Give it a nice little flash, you know, maybe about 10 seconds. Right. That should be dry, or at least flashed. Not totally dry. I flood this one. This is the second image that goes inside this one. All right. Make sure that I make sure that it's down. Then do the same thing. Down. Pass. All right. Slide across it like some ice. This didn't stick. Okay. So far, so good. I'll give it a quick flash. All right. And then I give it one more coat to ensure that it's nice and thick for the customer, you know? I mean, you don't really waste a lot of ink, you know, when you think about it. Two. Anytime you waste a lot of ink, it's when it's all over the place, you know, and then you gotta collect it back and put it inside the your little cup thing. That's when you waste a lot of ink, when you're trying to get everything out and you got ink all over the place. As far as this is concerned, when you print, you don't really waste a lot of ink. I think you waste like 35 cents worth, you know. So technically, what is this? Let me see. I think I spent like $1.80, $1.85 on ink just now. Just $1.80, $1.85. All right. So I don't have a dryer. So what I do, and a lot of home businesses do it, is I use my flash dryer as a dryer, but I keep it on here longer. You know. The only thing that I suggest is you watch it to make sure that you don't burn it, because when I was first doing this, I burned a lot of shirts. I did. So what happens? That comes out of my pocket, so I have to get brand new shirts, you know, and then I gotta buy them and prepare them again for the customer. But you know, it's like a lot of trial when you're doing this kind of work. It's like a lot of trial and error, you know. Even when you're a professional and you got a bigger spot, there's still a lot of mistakes that happen. You know, I don't care what business tell you, no, we don't make mistakes. Da, 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 da. That's a big fat lie, because even the automatics make mistakes. Because I used to work in a company that had automatics like that, and breaking down, the squeegee messed up, the squeegee arm went wrong, it ran out of ink, and then it smeared wrong. There's a number of things that can go wrong on an automatic. Let me give it another little flash real quick, a little bit more. Maybe about 30 seconds, I don't know, more, I don't know. But this is how I do everything at home, for right now, because I am looking into trying to work on getting another spot. But for right now, I'm just trying to make, generate, get myself back into the swing of it, and I've been working like every day, nonstop. It's just that now I've gotten a chance to actually shoot a video right quick. Okay. Now, I usually just like, give it a little waving because it's so hot, Make sure that, and you got to make sure your ink is dry, I mean, you can use a gun, to see how hot it is, because I think it's got to be 260. I don't know exactly the number, 200 and something degrees to dry these shirts, to make sure that they're dry. I make the mistake too sometimes of taking them off too early, and then what happens is that the ink, when the customer washes the shirt, the ink, some of the ink will just wash right off. The image will still be there, but some of the ink will wash off. So I try to ensure that these shirts are dry properly with my flash dryer. All right, and this is the finished product of the shirt. See? Okay, pretty straight. It's pretty straight, yeah. And this is one of my customers in Atlanta. He's got a shoe company in Atlanta. It's called Retro. It's called It's called Retro Exchange Atlanta. Life Shoes Retro Exchange Atlanta. They got some kind of shoe company in Atlanta. I don't know if you might want to check them out. I don't know what kind of shoes they got, but I just want to shoot this video right quick and giving them a small little plug. All right, all right, all right. That's the end of this video. I'll try to shoot a couple of more, with a couple of other jobs. I got another job coming up. I think I'm gonna shoot that video because it's kind of like a cool little image, like a school image, and I kind of like school images. So I'm gonna try to shoot that video too, and I'll holler back. All right, peace.